Hey, y'all, hey. And welcome to another session of Meditations with Marigny. So tonight it's going to be really quick because I just wanted to jump on because I am so excited about something that happened today. So, for those of you that follow my channel on a regular basis, you know that I'm working on my master's, well, a second master's. And I had been writing all day and I was like, I'm just determined to get out the house for a minute. Like, I'm going to take a mental break and I am going to go and shoot me a couple of rounds of pool. Well, a couple of things that I realized. There's one spot that I go to on Saturday nights. They have a DJ at 8 o'clock. Well, normally I go and I get there maybe around 7 or so. And so I catch the DJ for the first 30 minutes or so because this is a different crowd. And so tonight I decided, well, I'm not going to get there until 8 something when when the DJ gets there. So I got there around 8:30. Well, first of all, I was still writing and I wanted to get to a stopping point that was good for me. So by the time I got back home, I could do what I did, which is I finished my paper now and I'm printing it out and I'm getting ready to go and sit down and read over it before I go to bed. And that way tomorrow when I get up, I'll be prepared to just get ready to submit it. So what ended up happening is I was concerned about, the crowd because it does change. It's a younger crowd after so late, and then the DJ changes the music over. So a couple of things I was like, man, I hope it's just not that crowded, which it wasn't. Somebody was having a little birthday party or something and it was not that crowded. So when I went in, as soon as I got there, I was able to get on the table, and immediately somebody asked me, you shooting with somebody? And I was like, no. So he said, you mind if I shoot with you? I said, sure. So we started shooting, and I went to break, you guys, and something happened tonight that has never happened before. I broke, and for the first time in my playing pool, I knocked the 8 ball in on the break. And I mean, I didn't record it because it's not something that you typically record. But it was such a beautiful moment because initially I didn't realize that it had fallen. And then I looked because the 4 and the 8 sometimes can look so much similar because the 4 is like a dark purple. And when I looked, I said, that was the 8 ball. And the dude just throwed his hands up in the air. He said, well, Dad, I don't believe this. He was getting ready to clear the table. And I said, well, no, let's shoot it out. Let's go ahead and shoot it out. So he said, okay, well, let's make the 15 the 8 ball. But the long and the short is I had put in the time. I ministered at a women's conference this morning. I sang some songs for them. And then I came back home and I was just so astute. I took a short nap and I said, I'm going to just dove in and get this paper done. It's due tomorrow by midnight. And then I have some other assignments that are due that I'm really trying to finish up tomorrow. So I knew if I finished this assignment tonight, then I could really concentrate tomorrow on those others. So it was so rewarding to go and take that moment to, do something for myself and then to have that kind of result. So we ended up shooting that game and he said, okay, we got to run it back. Let's do another one. I said, okay. So then he beat me that game. And then we played 2 more games and I ended up winning those. Well, when we got to the last game, he said, all right, if I win this one before I broke, he said, if I win this one, I'm leaving. He said, now if I lose, I'm going to stay and play one more. Well, then I still ended up beating him. I banked the 8 ball. It was like a good night for me. I was hot tonight. And so, I wanted to say that to you because sometimes we don't know how to celebrate the small victories. And I took a moment and I went ahead and I celebrated the opportunity that I had completed most of my paper. I was 3/4 the way. And then I decided to take a break and go and just decompress. I needed to step away from it for a moment. And I wanted to say that to you all because even in life and in relationships, we need to celebrate the small victories. We don't always need to wait until we make it to the mountaintop. We need to celebrate it. If we've made it 1/4 of the way up the mountaintop, then we need to celebrate that. And so I just wanted to connect with you guys tonight and let you know that I have experienced what it is like to knock the 8 ball in on the break. I'm going to post that picture in my comments. I might not remember to come back and post my pictures when I tell you guys that sometimes, but I'm going to post this picture in I'm going to post this picture in the comments. I will not forget this night, that tonight was the day that I did my first break with the 8 ball in the pocket. Like, it was so good because a few weeks ago I had one with an 8 ball. I mean, it was like literally, it was maybe about this close to falling into the pocket. It was sitting right there. And a friend of mine said, you got to put a little bit more elbow grease on it, because when you do that, it is strategically how the balls hit each other in order to send that 8 ball spinning out like that. And so I wasn't even trying to do it. It ended up happening that way. So I'm just so excited about that. But I just wanted to come on and connect with you guys. I definitely wanted to tell you about my experience of having my first 8 ball to go in on the break. That's like so exciting. And then, just to connect with you and say, don't forget to celebrate the small victories. Sometimes we are always looking for the bigger and the better. And even in relationships, sometimes people have great people in their lives. They have great partners and they have people that are conducive to working together with them, but they are concerned with having something bigger and better. And so I just wanted to come and just let you guys know that, one, you have to stay focused on what it is that you're working on, because I'm really focused in on my assignments right now. My back is kind of up against the wall, but I am strategically just chipping away at it just little by little every day, keeping my professors up to date. And that's the same way we have to be in our relationships. We have to make sure that we put in the time. We might need to chip away at a small obstacle a little bit at a time, and then keep our partners or our mates up to date with what we're doing. Keep the line of communication open, because that right there helps itself. But for tonight, I just want to make sure that you guys know that I am excited that I hit my first 8 ball in the pocket off the break. Like, I'm going to have to buy myself something for that. I have a Pandora bracelet. I might need to get me an 8 ball. I might need to get me a charm. That might be what I need to do. I don't even know if they have one for pool, but I might need to look into that. That might be something I'll give to myself. And then you might need to think about, what can you do to reward yourself for something great that you've done recently. Get in the chat and tell me a little bit about it, or tell me about something that you have done recently where you are going to celebrate yourself for the small victory. All right, y'all have a good night. And just know that if you enjoyed this video, I'd love for you to click like. I'd love for you to share it with a friend. And I would love for you to subscribe. And remember to meet me on Thursday nights, 9 p.m. on Instagram and Facebook Live. Have a good night. Bye.